Hey tubers, it's me again, Ben. I just made this video to show you how I made a double-sided tackle box out of a box I already had and one I bought. You could see in this video how heavy my old one was, and I've had it for a long time, and it's like over 3 pounds, empty without the compartments. So it wasn't cutting it. So I tried a couple other boxes, they weren't working. So I decided to use a Plano 3700 series 424 box that I already had, as you can see there on the bottom, and I bought another one and I put them together. I got the second one on Amazon.com because all the Dick's Sporting Goods stores within 30 miles of my house were out of stock. These are the tools and the screws I used for this project. I needed a drill because I had to make some of the holes larger. The Plano boxes come with holes. They're hydroflow. They're aerated. I guess they use them mostly for salt water, so I had to make some of the holes bigger so these screws would fit, so I needed the drill and the drill bit. These are the screws. I just had them laying around the house. I don't even know what size they are, 5/32 maybe. I have no idea. I used washers and lock washers and nuts on them. They're very short screws. You don't want too long of a screw because it's going into the bottom of the next box. Regular screwdriver and a nut driver. And I used a pair of hemostats to hold onto the screw while I was screwing it in because you had to get into some tight places. I'm guessing a pair of needle nose pliers would work just as well. These are just some extras I added onto the box to make access easier and to secure to the kayak. This is a handle I had laying around from an old cabinet, and I used the same screws that I used to attach the two boxes to each other. To attach the two boxes together I used split washers, but for the handle I used star washers. This is an Atwood bungee leash that I picked up on Amazon Prime for less than $8. Okay, let's get started. I used the 4 holes in the corners because I figured they'd be the sturdiest attaching points, as I'm pointing out here. Let's flip the box over and drill them from the bottom, and then I'll check to make sure the screw will fit my holes. Now it's time to drill the holes in the other box. I'm only going to show you one to save time. Let's get the screws ready, and I'm going to grip the screw by the washer with the hemostats and hold it in position. Because the screw goes in the corner, it's a little tough to reach. A little patience and perseverance really helped. Let's move on to some of the other screws. When screwing them in this step, don't put them all the way through yet. And another. And last but not least. Looks pretty good. Next, we'll line up the boxes. Then it's time to turn the screws through the bottom of the second box. Just a couple more to go. Then we'll flip the box over and add the washers and the nuts. It would have helped if I had smaller hands to do this, let me tell you. I started the nut on the screw by just pressing on it with my finger and rotating my hand. Then finishing it off with a nut driver. I tightened them down just enough to hold the boxes together. I'll come back later with the screwdriver and the nut driver to secure them. Pretty solid already, and I haven't even tightened them all the way. This box is going to end up being a little bit smaller than the one that was too heavy. This one's going to be 14 by 9 by 6. It should be much lighter though because the plastic is much lighter. Let's finish tightening the screws down. Pretty solid, baby. Looking good, but we're not done. I want to put a handle on it to make it easier to drag it from the front of the boat towards me so I can reach it easier. And I like to see my bait, so I'm going to peel the label off. And label the new box so I know which side is which at a glance. Next, I'm going to cut off the plastic tab they put on it to hang it in the store. And it's time to attach the handle. I've measured the distance between the two screw holes on the handle and it's 3.5 inches. So I'm going to mark that out on the box with a small Sharpie. Let's get the 3.5 inches measured on the box and marked. Then we can drill the holes and pray they line up. Then I'll trim away some of the excess plastic. And turn the screw so it sticks out just enough to line the handle up. This was a little tedious, but I got it to work. Now it's time to flip the box over so I can do the second screw. Yes, they line up. Ain't she a beauty? For the finishing touch, we'll attach the leash to it. It has a handy little clip that I'll attach to the pad eye in the front of the boat. Now it's the time we've all been waiting for. Let's add our panfish baits. Oh, we need to cut the dividers for the new box. Now we're ready to add our bass baits. This is what the new box looks like under the front of the hull in my kayak. You can see how easy it is to pull towards me and push back into place. And as always, thanks for watching my video. Have a good night and God bless.